Imagine this. You just got a 20K raise. You're the main character. Level up, right? You swap the Corolla for a leased Audi because you've earned it. You move from the studio to a luxury one-bedroom with a rooftop pool you'll use twice. You traded your old espresso machine for a $1,200 Italian chrome beast that looks like a rocket ship. 3 months later, you're sitting on your $4,000 sectional staring at your banking app. The knot is back. That familiar, acidic burn in your chest. You're earning 6 figures, but you're still one broken water heater away from financial ego death. Why? Because your biological operating system is running outdated code. You think you're living life. In reality, you're just hosting a parasite made of leather, glass, and silicon. Nah, we're not doing to save your pennies talk. We're doing a system wipe. Your brain sees an object and thinks one-time transaction. The lizard brain sees a shiny tool and thinks utility plus 1. Error. Everything you own is actually a subscription service. We call this the double cost glitch. The first cost is the receipt. That's the entry fee. The second cost is the hidden patch. It's the square footage that item occupies. In a major city, you're paying $40 per square foot in rent. That treadmill you bought to start your fitness journey takes up 20 square feet. That's $800 a year in treadmill rent for a clothes rack. Add the mental RAM. Every item you own requires a background process in your brain. Is it insured? Does it need a software update? Where's the specialized cleaning fluid? Your house isn't a sanctuary, it's a server farm, and most of your servers are running 0% load while pulling 100% power. Boom! Most people buy things based on vibe. Minimalists buy based on CPU, cost per use. Think of your life as a high-performance engine. Efficiency is everything. You buy a $300 smart juicer. You use it 3 times before the cleanup becomes a chore. Your CPU is $100 per glass of mediocre celery juice. That's a scam. Now look at your $1,500 mattress. You use it 365 nights a year for a decade. Total cost, 41 cents per night. That's a legendary loot drop. Simple. If the CPU is higher than a Starbucks latte, you're being played by marketing departments who know your brain is a sucker for potential self-syndrome. You buy the hiking boots for the hiker you wish you were. You buy the $2,000 PC for the streamer you'll never be. Stop buying for your avatar. Buy for your actual player. Walk into your kitchen. Look at the air fryer. Look at the decorative glass bowls. Look at the smart light bulbs. Imagine this. A localized EMP hits your house. Those items vanish. Gone. Erased from the server. Would you spend your hard-earned, taxed-to-death dollars to buy them again tomorrow? If the answer isn't a violent yes, then that item is a ghost. It's haunting your space. It's a biological glitch called endowment effect. You value it more simply because it's already in your inventory. Minimalists don't clean, they debug. They delete the items that fail the ghost test. If you wouldn't buy it again, sell it. Get the liquidity back. Liquidity is the only thing that buys you save states in the real world. Here is the most expensive glitch in the human psyche, the hedonic treadmill. Your phone works, the screen is crisp, the battery lasts all day, but Apple drops a video with high production slow-mo and a new shade of titanium. Suddenly, your current phone feels like a brick. It feels boring, wrong. Boredom is not a hardware failure. Desire for novelty is not a functional requirement. The average person swaps phones every 2 years. Over a working life, that's a $40,000 hole in your retirement fund, just to have a slightly faster way to scroll through TikTok. Minimalists have a strict protocol. function over fashion. If it makes the call, runs the app, and hasn't exploded, the upgrade is a virus. You don't need a new car because your neighbor's car has LED ambient lighting. That's just FOMO, the ultimate malware. Your willpower is a lie. It's a finite resource that depletes every time you deal with a stressful email or a traffic jam. By 7 p.m., your resistance stat is at 0. That's when Amazon wins. The fix? System-level friction. Delete your saved credit card info. Unlink Apple Pay. If you have to walk to the other room, find your wallet, and manually type 16 digits, your brain has time to reboot. Apply the 24-hour cooldown rule. Any non-essential purchase over $50 goes into a 24-hour quarantine. 70% of your must-have desires will evaporate once the dopamine spike clears. Make saving easy. Make spending hard. Automate your investments so the money leaves your account before you even see the UI. If you never see it, you can't spend it. Logic. In RPGs, you have a weight limit. Carry too much, and you can't run. You're encumbered. Real life doesn't give you a red warning icon. It just gives you anxiety. Go count your shirts. Not a guess, an actual count. Most people guess 20 and find 60. You have 40 shirts you haven't touched since the Obama administration. Why? Because accumulation is a silent background process. Set a hard cap. If your wardrobe limit is 30 items and you want a new jacket, one item must be deleted. One in, one out. No exceptions. This turns every purchase into a trade-off. Is this new shirt better than my favorite hoodie? Usually the answer is nah. This is the boss fight of financial ruin. You don't just buy a thing, you buy an ecosystem. You buy a house with a pool, now you're buying chemicals, pumps, covers, and a guy named Dave to clean it every Tuesday. You buy a motorcycle, now you're buying a helmet, a leather jacket, a specialized lift, and a garage rental. Every major purchase has a multiplier coefficient. A $10,000 hobby usually costs $20,000 over 3 years. Minimalists calculate the ecosystem cost before they touch the buy button. If you can't afford the maintenance, the insurance, and the stress, you can't afford the item. Rent the joy. Don't own the burden. Want to go kayaking? Rent one. Use it for 3 hours, return it. Let someone else deal with the storage and the roof rack. You keep the memory, they keep the overhead. Most people are running a race with no finish line. They earn more, so they spend more, so they need to earn more. It's an infinite loop. It's a crash waiting to happen. You need to hard code your enough point. Decide now what your standard model looks like. A $400K house? A reliable Toyota? A clean, simple wardrobe? Once you reach that level of hardware, stop. Every dollar earned above that line doesn't go toward leveling up your house, it goes toward buying your freedom. The person earning $150K but spending $60K is a god in this system. They have optionality. They can quit. They can travel. They can say no to a toxic boss. The person earning $300K but spending $290K is a slave. A high-paid slave, but a slave nonetheless. Western culture measures wealth by what you can see. Fake. True wealth is optionality. Can you take 6 months off to handle a family crisis without checking your balance? Can you move to a new country on a whim? Can you start that business you've been dreaming about? Every time you buy a piece of junk you don't need, you are trading your freedom for a possession. You're trading time with your kids for a slightly larger TV. Is that a good trade? Biological glitch. We value the tangible, the TV, over the intangible, the freedom. Flip the script. Measure your net worth by how many months of freedom you've purchased. If you have 24 months of expenses in the bank, you're richer than the guy with a Ferrari and a massive mortgage. Minimalism isn't about suffering, it's about optimization. Owning less creates more money. Having more money creates more security. Having more security reduces the emotional void that drives you to buy things in the first place. It's a positive feedback loop. Once your bank account looks healthy, you don't need the status symbols. Your confidence comes from the numbers, not the labels. You stop being a consumer and start being a player. The system wants you broke, distracted, and surrounded by shiny garbage. Don't let the system win. Clean the cache, delete the clutter, fix the code. The bottom line: your stuff is owning you. It's time to take back the controls. If this manual helped you debug your financial life, smash the like button. It helps the algorithm find other glitchy humans. Subscribe for more high-density wealth mechanics. Comment below. What is the one item in your house that fails the replacement ghost test? Let's start the purge. Stay optimal. Out.